Look at this dude to my left.
What's wrong with me?
I can't even look at you right now.
You looking at me right now.
I'm disgusted.
And you got on black socks.
Yeah,
It's like
dude.
a Laker fan. Just all over the place.
It don't matter, man.
It don't.
It don't matter at all.
What you about to say?
He looking decent today.
I appreciate that, D-Mills.
He looking like
decent?
an uncle.
Oh, okay.
It's the hat.
It's the whole fit.
Yeah, it's the whole fit.
You look like an uncle at the barbecue who just tried to put that shit on.
Let
You
me
look
see
like
that
a damn cop.
He do. Undercover. He look like a cop, an uncle. He look like somebody we gonna see at All-Star Weekend.
Bring it all. I could take it all.
Whoa.
Bring it all.
Whoa.
Whatever
Luka
y'all
got him
say,
feeling nice.
whatever y'all say, it don't matter to me no more, man. It just don't.
So you're not an NBA fan.
What you mean?
That was a disgusting ass trade.
It was, but if that happened to y'all team, I promise y'all would feel the same way.
For sure.
I don't know.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
What I would what?
You said you don't know.
My team isn't the Lakers.
If OG Anunoby got traded for Luka Doncic right now, you would be in this bitch doing cartwheels and Knicks underwear.
I think when the trade first happened, I would have been happy. But then I would have kept thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and I would have been like,
And you would have got happier and happier and happier.
I don't think I would have got happy and happier. I would have been like, but underneath my fandom of my team, this is some weird ass shit.
What is the best way to put it in non-basketball terms? This Luka Doncic trade,
It's kind of tough because I really don't know.
like it's almost in a class of its own.
It is.
It is.
You got to trade 50 Cent out of G Unit, and then you got to who you replacing 50 with. You gonna
Nah,
replace
this ain't your bag, fella. Go menu items.
No.
That ain't your bag, fella. It's an anomaly.
I don't think there is any good compare. That's how much of an anomaly this trade really is, man. One of the worst things about it is like when we do the draft or the NBA trade deadline episode, we can't even say that's a stupid ass trade because we just watched the most stupid ass trade of all time. You know the craziest part about it, or one of the craziest parts, is that out of all the NBA players that have said something, and every NBA player has been asked about this, not a single one was like, I kind of like this for Dallas.
No.
Not one. None of them outside of Kendrick Perkins has said that the Mavericks did anything good.
I just think it's crazy that like a trade like this happened and like we all within the same community all thought it was fake. And like nobody believed that it was real. And I think it was just because no other reporter said anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like I was just literally just like, can someone else confirm or deny if this is real or not? Because people can get hacked. Like it's not out of the realm of possibility that Shams could get hacked one day.
He said he thought he got hacked when he first heard about it being
Yeah.
talked about, which is so crazy, bro.
And it was just so random. Like it was just like it came out of nowhere. And like when you see a guy that's a top 3 player in the league get traded for that type of package, it immediately goes to your mind like, what the hell is this? Like what you telling me you only could get 1 first-round pick, and then when it came out that Rob Pelinka negotiated him to give up less assets, how do you get talked out of giving up more assets when you
Bro,
have the
and
best asset in the league, and you get convinced that no, I should be giving up less than this?
I should be giving. I think they even gave up a second-round pick, didn't they? Did
Yeah.
they give up a
Is
second
that the one
round
that
pick?
went to Utah?
Yeah.
And then you don't get Dalton Connect either.
Don't get Don Connect.
'Cause
I'm not
you-
even going. They could have got Don Connect and an extra first-round pick. It shit still
Yeah,
would look
no,
bad.
yeah.
But I understand what you're saying completely. You had all the leverage because not a single person in the world knew what you were thinking outside of
Yes.
Rob Pelinka, and you still walked out with the least amount of assets possible.
And you could have easily told Raw, hey, I can go talk to OKC.
I ain't gonna talk to anybody.
I could go talk to
And
anybody.
I could go get a Min Thompson right now if I
And
wanted.
like
Yes.
talking through it, it's even worse that he didn't like confer with nobody besides basically the other side.
Yeah.
Because it's like somebody would have told him this is a terrible idea. So it makes sense that he didn't tell anybody.
I
Well, they
coulda
say
got
he shut
Jaylen
out
Brown.
everybody that disagreed.
I wonder why.
It's a man with too much power.
Yeah.
What Ye say?
Yeah,
no
how
one
do-
man.
I don't
Should have
know
all that power.
how do you give a GM that long of a leash? To where the owner laughed at him, didn't deny it, just laughed at him,
Just laughed at
and
him.
went about his day.
Well, we talked about this a little on the Linear Show. The new owners, it's not Mark Cuban who's sitting courtside at
Yeah.
every single game and traveling with the team. These new owners are business people before the NBA people. So they couldn't really give a damn about the trades. They're thinking bigger picture money-wise, and I guess they probably don't realize that it hurts their bottom dollar a little bit. I know there's some conspiracies going around the world about what the hell these owners are thinking about, but they couldn't care less. They couldn't care less about
that's
the product on the court.
But that's crazy because Luka's literally he's the one that's driving
Your
the
cash
money.
cow.
Yeah, he's the one that's bringing in the money.
You think about
for
all the extra
organization.
home games you got because Luka's taking you deep into the playoffs every single
Yes.
season. That's money. They saw his conditioning, which we always talk about Luka Doncic coming in out of shape. But guess what? leading the league in scoring out of shape is still leading the league in scoring. Going to the finals while overweight is still going to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Being second in MVP while overweight is still being second in MVP.
And the defense seems.
Yeah, it's still the craziest thing, man. Rob Pelinka is the worst friend of all time.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is, it's just this. I cannot believe we talking about this shit, man. I can't. It just still does not feel real,
like
man.
when he did this, with the picture of him doing the LA sign, I'm like, no, I still ain't woke up yet. And this shit is still not real.
I still have to see him in the literal jersey. I know he's actually supposed to have his.
I got so many problems with this, and I think y'all talked about a lot of them. Number one, with all of the change that Adam Silver and the people in the NBA talking about, I think one of the changes that I need to start seeing after this is we do need to start seeing shit with ownership. We got to start having conversations about who's owning what team. Obviously, we want money in the league. Mm-hmm. It's a very important aspect to have. I understand that. But anytime you have a team that's being ran by somebody who's willing to, again, it's not about trading Luka. It's how it went down. Mm-hmm. When you really collect the details, for this to not get investigated, and it has nothing to do with the Lakers, y'all should be happy. You should be ecstatic. You got Luka Doncic. I would be the same way. I was talking shit earlier. We all would be the same way. But to me, the NBA not investigating, not really looking into this, it irritates the hell out of me because it's just nothing this idiot is saying makes any fucking sense. And it bothers me because he sits up there on this press conference and he speaks to us as if we all stupid. Yeah. And that's the type of shit that, like, if you was in my face or if I was on the team, I probably would have put my hands on you. If I was Jason Kidd, I probably would have slapped.
It looked like you wanted to.
Slap the taste out of your fucking mouth for even sitting up here.
He's trying to include me into this a little bit too.
Me and joking.
And he answered 3 questions that said, Jason got the rest of this press conference. I'm out of here.
And it's just, that aspect bothers me that we have teams that are being ran from an ownership and a general manager level that a trade like this could happen. And the NBA is just like, even in our own 2K leagues, we are like, no, we want you to have as much freedom as possible, but we got to police our league because we don't want it to get, diluted with bullshit. And this is weird. You should not be owning a team. And it's not trading Luka. It's the fact that there's 30 teams in the league. You're one yourself and you talk to another. So there's 28 other teams in the league. And again, you talk to a team that notoriously has been talked about to have the smallest capacity of assets in the NBA. Now, the 2031 pick is valuable because it's so far along and there's no LeBron, but you didn't even get that one.
Yeah.
But as far as just the asset pool, the Lakers have any, and that's who you started the conversation with. Mm-hmm. We've been on this stage trying to get the Lakers, the Cam Johnsons,
Trey
and Dennis Schroeders, or even your Trey Young, way lesser talents than Luka. And we've not been able to do it because it's like, damn, the Lakers just ain't got enough. And you allow them to walk away with Luka Doncic.
For one first-round pick.
One first-round pick, and then like you said, you allow them to go and talk you down like a fucking fool, like a damn idiot. You got to be the worst GM of all time.
Billy King, you can rest my brother.
And then you sit up here and you feed everybody contradiction after contradiction. Hey, man, the smear campaign on Luka Doncic's name, I pray every time he see y'all, he give y'all the 40-point triple-double. Because this shit is deeper than anything you're trying to sell us. And I refuse to believe any of it. I'm not believing nothing. I'm not believing nothing. I will talk about this trade for the rest of the season until when we find some legitimate facts about this shit, because I have to apologize to Luka. I'm not going to lie. In my own private time, I've been trying to think. And I some shit popped up in my mind. And I'm like, man, Luka must be Pee Wee Kirkland. He's a motherfucking all-star NBA player and a drug lord in Slovenia. He has to be. Then I said, you know what? No, Luka ain't dealing no bricks. Okay, Luka got a gambling issue. He just can't stop betting. And I'm like, no, that would have came out. That would have been public. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, damn, dude, Luka got a case? Luka got a weird case. Why is he around? They're like, no, not Luka. That would have came out. They ain't keeping secrets in a year or not like us. That would have came out. You can't keep that under wraps. What?
Just keep it real. This shit don't make sense. It don't make sense. I'm still kind of stuck on the fact that, again, I'm happy because it was my team, but it's just like, bro, he was so focused on Anthony Davis. He thought he was the answer to this team.
There were so many better players he could have gotten.
It's not even that. It's like, And I understand his main goal is obviously we just came out the finals. We're not trying to do damn near anything short of that. So I'm going to try to get one of the best players available.
The moment
Yes.
you're literally coming up short of that.
Why did they get to the NBA Finals?
Because of Luka.
Luka Doncic.
How
But
would they
apparently
ever-
from Nico
how
Harrison
would
is
they-
defense.
How would they ever get into the playoffs?
Luka Doncic.
The Mavericks roster,
Chich.
if
Luka
we're being
Doncic.
fair,
I gotta
the
start doing it
Mavericks
right.
roster has never looked to par as where their success has gone under Luka.
I think this is like one of their best rosters that they have built around him.
When they did what they did to the Suns, that was Luka Doncic. When they made it to the finals last year, it was the best roster, but it still wasn't a roster that was like, oh my God, none of us picked them. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
None of us picked them. What?
Somebody
I didn't pick
did.
them to go to the finals.
Oh,
at
you
first.
picked them. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Before
but I did
then,
pick
He
them
yeah.
was
to win the
Mr.
series, yeah.
Timberwolves.
Right,
Then
right,
they-
true.
in the second the Timberwolves lost, he just was.
Yeah.
You know how he get down.
Well, he said that since the West was a tougher matchup and
Yeah,
the East was
he was
weak,
just gonna
the
be a
Celtics
jackass.
just ain't
I
know
think I
what was
might
up.
have picked against the Mavericks in every series.
So it's like, yeah, I just don't understand the logic. And then to sit up there and say defense win championships, hey, I respect that statement. Not coming from him. I don't respect shit he got to say.
No facts.
But let's be real. I hate this conversation about defense. I like defense. It's cool. When we look at the All-NBA teams, 4 out of the 5 are normally offensive superpowers.
Yes.
The first overall picks of drafts are normally offensive stars that have two-way capability. We would never see a draft where you're like, man, this Drew Holiday type prospect, can't wait to build my team. Let's just call a spade a spade. Everybody be walking around talking about this defensive shit. Cut it out. We have not seen nobody like,
I'm
man,
with you.
man, this defensive
with
guy,
you.
number one, he ain't got no offense, but his defense gonna change the trajectory of this. No,
Bro,
it's
you wasn't
two-way
here on the
upside.
you wasn't here on the podcast. Obviously the one you had missed, and I think the drop the mic was: has there ever been, or can there be a best player on the team that's not the person like really putting the ball in the cup?
No.
That's what we were saying.
It cannot be.
We couldn't even find nobody even
No,
close.
it's not even close.
Not even head
You need that offense, man. When and that pressure, it only gets tighter as you get deeper and deeper into the playoffs, man. When it's fourth quarter and everybody frees up and the ball stop moving, you need somebody to close that shit
And
out.
they don't have that anymore.
And I'm not trying to shit on defense because you need Herb Jones, you need Ben Wallace, you need Gary Payton, you need all of these, you need Rudy. But it's my point. Rudy is not going to win in any fucking draft in history. If you could have a guy like Trae Young, who could give you 30 and 11,
Yes.
or you can have, I don't even know any defensive equivalent of Trae Young who don't do no offense.
He just all defense.
Yeah, you're not taking the all defense guy. I don't care what
you getting
nobody
Chris
is saying.
Dunn or
I don't-
something like that. Chris Dunn at the PG.
Even Chris Dunn don't hold what Trae Young do on the other
It's
side.
just like
Great offense beats great defense all the time.
every day of the week.
Drew
Trae Young
Holiday
just
is looked
did it
at the
yesterday.
best perimeter defender in the last decade.
And
He's
he
also
is
Jimmy
gotten
was giving his
torched.
ass 45 a night. in that
who
series.
is the best defensive player in the league right now today?
Victor.
Wemby.
That isn't
Perimeter?
a two-way player.
Oh, that
Oh.
is
That
It doesn't
isn't a
exist
two-way
because
player.
even the second best, Jaren Jackson Jr. is fucking phenomenal offensively. Or Evan Mobley's averaging
Because if
20
I take
now.
the best one-sided offensive player and I compare him to the best defensive one, there's not even a conversation. But this is protesting. They're gonna act a fucking fool in the comments at the arena. I don't think they're doing enough. Now, do I think they need to be calling Anthony Davis and Max Christie out of their name? No, because they just doing their job. If they got traded to Portland, they was gonna show up and say, "Hey, I'm excited to be here." Whatever. I've never seen a player get traded and say, "Hey, can you do the welcome to here video?" I'm mad as hell. I'm on my way to y'all. Damn, I gotta wear y'all shit. I still wish I was with my old team. I've never seen that, but it's like the fans is gonna act out. But I'm with Derek. The fans need to protest by doing what Reese and a lot of the other people I've seen on Twitter do. Don't support the team. Walk away from the team. And if they sell the team and that's their whole ultimate goal, then who cares? Because that was what they wanted to do anyway, whether you there, if you not. But like I streamed yesterday, and part of my stream, I told them, this is why I have an issue with a lot of fans. When you say anything critical of their team, or you say something that ain't the supportive thing about their team, when you got to pick against them, when it's only 2 teams to pick from, and they, oh, you a hater, you this, you that. People be going crazy for these teams, but these teams don't give a fuck about you because they'll do this.
Yeah.
They care about $1. Y'all be supporting teams that are run by people whose main priority is not to win. We all are in the game and in the sport to win. We think basketball is played to win. It's a lot of people who run in these teams that don't give a fuck about wins. They give a fuck about dollar signs of what's going to be the profit gain at the end of the year. So it's like I never understand certain levels of fandom anyway because it's like, your team don't. They not even doing what you trying to get to.
Yeah.
And this is a prime example of it.
I feel you.
And Nico may have got a little conversation from the owner that said, hey, make this trade, and when we do move the team, we're going to give you a little percentage of this pie. I'm going to look out for my family if I'm Nico, right?
You might as well.
Well, what would you have done?
Not be a jackass.
You would have looked out for your family?
No, not in this aspect.
Me
Because his salary's crazy already.
Already. And
He
Nike.
came from Nike.
So
He's already
He got
made
a little
good money.
$500 million underneath the table.
500 million. That's insane.
He got a. You see what he just did?
He just pissed off at the entire city.
Talking about, he wasn't finna get no million off
And
that.
just walking around, just smiling.
You know he
Get
is
your
talking about,
big
hey, AD.
Get your big
It's
goof
crazy.
ass
It's
up outta
crazy
here,
that they
man.
said that they didn't expect the pushback from the fans to be this much. How
That's-
can you
that's a
not
lie.
be this connected?
That's another
Yeah.
lie. That's another lie.
That's a
Because
lie.
if you didn't, if that was the case, you wouldn't have to have kept this all quiet.
But it's the
Yes.
same. What happened? Oh, that's a good point. Didn't KD also say this when he went to the Warriors? He didn't have an idea that this many people be upset with him because he went to the Warriors. Sometimes people are just detached from reality, and in order to do this trade, you have to be detached from reality.
I think Kevin Durant could be having more excusable mindset to be
Just because like he
detached
was a
from.
player and
Yeah, he's a player who like
he
you
made
know,
a decision for himself in free agency. Like
But even that, just the reality aspect as a player who, yeah, you don't have to really deal with people on a day-to-day basis. But Nico Harrison works in the front office where they have an entire staff and he, you know what I mean? He
they say
walking
they
around
fired all the
fans
people that
tied to Luka
attached to Luka and also
was
would
against, yeah.
would do any. He need all yes men. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. I think that's a great idea, boss. Fuck out of here.
They just want that. I mean, I ain't mad at them. They just keeping that job.
Now everybody's going through the revisionist history of Nico Harrison's career, and I guess he was the guy that fumbled the Steph Curry to Nike thing.
I saw people say that, but then I also saw mad fans saying that ain't true.
Let's act like it is, though.
I hope it is. yeah. You know what? You're right.
You ain't giving him no more benefit of the doubt.
Right, yeah.
And he lost Jalen Brunson.
Dumbass.
Oh, because Jalen Brunson don't play defense, right? That was his main
Stupid
goal.
But he
ass.
just dropped 40 though.
Stupid ass boy. Thank you.
Oh man. Zach LaVine just put out his thank you post to Chicago. So shout out to my boy.
Goofy. Fool.
Yeah, man.
Let me look up words.
Let me look up some synonyms real quick. Oh, he also said when he was asked about the conversations that happened about him from Nico, he said, I'm gonna take the high road. So he's not gonna comment on the slander that was thrown in his name over the last
I wouldn't waste
48.
my time on a Nico Harrison if I was Luka. I would waste my time on him because I'm not Luka. Luka, don't worry, I got your lightweight. He's a damn fool. And he can't hoop. I can tell.
You talking about Nico?
Yeah.
You know he can't hoop.
Wish I would let him name Nico guard me.
Talking about
he played
talking
3D.
about I'm overweight, but I'm dropping 30 a game.
He played D3.
Good.
Is what I guess that's what Christian told me. I don't know if that's true or not. The first day was really hard. I felt like the last 48 hours have been one full month.
Yeah,
Time heals all, Luka.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna be
he'll
good
serve-
once he put on that jersey, but bro,
On the 25th, it's going to really heal up. Bust they ass. And I want you to go past Nico Harrison after you make a step back three and do this.
He gonna take the Blake Griffin approach.
No, do the Desmond Bain.
nah, he'll be crazy.
is the game in LA or in Dallas?
Good question.
I'm not
no,
sure.
but I want him to Desmond Bain it up.
Well, I
Hit
know
that
they
three
still got 2 games left together.
and go
Oh,
pull
this
that
season.
shotgun out your back and fire.
One Nuggets game?
I heard some Bulls fans say we should be building around Modest Buzelis.
I'm that Bulls fan.
Do you know what build around means?
You know what I want to build around? I want to build a fucking prison cell around Nico Harrison.
It's
Put him in that
really
hat,
finna be the talk for so long.
Jaden Smith was in.
Yes. The motherfucker had a hat on his head. A castle on his head.